A semicolon is like a weak period, so it can be used to separate clauses, or it can be used to separate items in a list when they have internal commas. So first let's do clauses. Santa is jolly. There's my main clause, semicolon, and now another clause. Santa is jolly. That's a scribble, sorry. Mrs. Claus is grumpy. So when you separate two clauses with a semicolon, they need to be either direct opposites or they need to be closely linked in meaning. That's the only reason to use a semicolon between two clauses. So, ways that we can separate clauses. Let's review very quickly. We have patterns. We have subordinating clause, comma, clause, period. We have our independent clause or main clause, comma, phrase. We have clause, semicolon, clause, oops. We have clause, semicolon, conjunctive adverb, comma, clause. We have clause, comma, conjunctive adverb, and a phrase. Let's see. So we can separate, we can separate clauses with a period. That's the most obvious one. And we've got...
Put Mr. and Mrs. Claus up on your clauses. Or all,
this is Mrs. and this is Mr. Mr. All the rest of these are Mr.
Okay.
Sometimes when we're writing items in a list, we're listing phrases. So when those phrases have internal commas, we need to separate the items in a list with a semicolon. Mrs. Pruitt teaches Abby, age 5, semicolon. Danny, age 6, semicolon. And Lucy, comma, age 3.
Why do you use semicolons there?
Because if you didn't use semicolons in between, all of the commas would be confusing. The actual list is among the students, and so the semicolons divide the students. And look at what would happen if we just did commas. We would have a person, an age, a person, an age, a person, and an age. And that kind of list would be more confusing because those things are not like. We're not listing like objects.